speaking now with Robert Burris from Burris Service Group. And Robert, thank you so much for taking a moment to join us today. We appreciate it.
My pleasure. Yeah, it's a great event today.
Here at the CALED conference, it really is huge because there are so many people from so many different parts of the state of California, and I know that you happen to be kind of representing your firm as a consultant to business. What is really an important takeaway, I think, that you could maybe pass along to our guests as far as this conference is concerned? What is this all about in terms of the people that you represent and the importance that economic development plays right now in the state's ongoing development here business-wise?
Sure. Well, right now it's all about momentum. You know, we have a growing state again after a very tough recession. You know, I bring with my firm 20 years of experience in economic development, and that's regional economic development, as well as working with the state of California. This is a large state, and there are a lot of organizations, a lot of people doing great work in creating jobs. It's really important to get them together so we all get on the same page and represent the state well to those interests, those companies, those investors outside of California, nationally and internationally.
When you have a small business owner come to you and say, you know, Bob, I need your help, what are these people really coming to you? What are the big questions that they have, particularly now, after the recession and as the economy is really starting to gain that traction, that momentum you talked about?
Sure. Well, a lot of it's funding to startup capital to get the business started. A lot of it is just technically setting up a company. How do you provide the support, the network that makes sure that they cover all the bases as they're starting up their company and they have all of the systems in place to do that in a legal, systematic, and efficient way. And that's where a lot of organizations and agencies like the small business development centers throughout the state, that's where they can come into use.
For a company that maybe it's a small business, $1 to $5 million in sales annually, and they're looking at expanding their business in California, and there are a lot of stigmas associated with relocating or expanding business here in this state. What would you have to tell them? A first piece of advice, you had some free advice to give. Someone came in, they had one question to ask, or you had one piece of advice to give. What would that be?
Yeah, well, I'd say stay. Stay and grow here, because this is the largest, wealthiest, and most active economy in the United States. And it's really ranked as a country. You know, as we heard today, 8th largest GDP in the United States, and California is a big part of that throughout the state. There's tremendous opportunities for business. There might be some hardship, just as there is with starting up a business anywhere in the United States. But once you get up and rolling and start to hire those first employees and you bring in that first set of revenues, it's a very exciting thing and it's an exciting place to be. And I'm one of those small businesses, so I know exactly what they're going through.